It's 3 a.m. You're walking down a hotel hallway. The carpet is patterned, maroon and gold. It smells like dust and recycled air. The lights hum, that electrical buzz that never stops. Every door looks the same. You can't remember which one is yours. You're not lost, but you don't feel found either. This is a liminal space, and you can't stop looking at them online. Liminal, from the Latin word limen, threshold. These are places you're not supposed to stay in, only pass through. Airport terminals at dawn, school hallways after everyone's gone home, stairwells that echo when you climb them alone. They're designed for movement, for transition, from here to there. But when you're stuck in them, when they're empty, they become something else. They become waiting rooms for feelings you can't name. You've been in these places 1,000 times, but you've never really looked at them. Until now. Because now they're all over your feed. Empty, frozen, quiet. On May 12, 2019, someone posted a photo to 4chans/x/bored. Yellow wallpaper, fluorescent lights, wet carpet, endless rooms. The caption, "If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms." It went viral, spawned a whole mythology, levels, entities, lore. But forget the horror story for a second. Look at that image again. Really look at it. The wallpaper isn't just yellow. It's that yellow. Office yellow. The color of manila folders and legal pads. The lights hum. A fluorescent buzz that gets inside your teeth. The carpet is damp, darker in some spots. You can almost smell it. Wet wool, like a basement that flooded once and never fully dried. And the rooms, they just keep going. Same walls, same lights, same carpet. Forever. Why did that image hit so hard? Because it looked like every waiting room you sat in as a kid, every doctor's office, every place your parents dragged you to while they handled adult things. You sat there, bored, staring at the walls, counting ceiling tiles. The texture of those walls, that bumpy spray-on texture you'd run your finger across while your mom filled out forms. That image isn't scary. It's familiar. It's your childhood. Fading, pixelated, half-remembered. Those waiting rooms were designed to be forgotten, but your brain kept the file anyway. If you want to keep uncovering the hidden stories behind the images that live in your head rent-free, go ahead and subscribe. We're building a whole archive of the forgotten here. And drop a comment. What is the one boring place from your childhood that you can still picture perfectly? Because that eerie feeling you get when you picture it empty, that actually has a name. Kenopsia. A made-up word, created by John Koenig for the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. The eerie, forlorn atmosphere of a place that's usually bustling with people, but is now abandoned and quiet. A school gym during summer, a movie theater after the last showing. But the best example? The dead mall. Malls used to be the center of American life. Weekends, dates, first jobs at the food court. Now they're rotting. Fountains turned off, stores boarded up, skylights cracked. That 2000s architecture, the chrome, the frosted glass, the weird organic curves. It all looks so optimistic, like we really thought this was the future. Walk through one now, in your mind. The fountain in the center court. Dry. Coins still stuck to the bottom, pennies from 2004. Wishes that never came true. Security gates pulled halfway down over empty storefronts. Sam Goody, KB Toys, Walden Books. The arcade with the broken DDR machine. All gone. The food court still smells faintly of old grease, but the lights are off. The menu boards are blank. You can see the lighter squares on the tile where the tables used to be, ghosts of where people sat. There's a poster peeling off the wall, a movie from 2006. The tape is yellowed, The corners are curled. The wavy benches, the tropical plants in white planters, the skylight that let in too much sun so everything faded. It was the future once. Shiny, new, full of promise. And now it's a tomb. You scroll through photos of these places. You feel sad, but you also feel safe? Here's the real reason we're obsessed with liminal spaces. They represent something we've lost, not just physically, but mentally. Emptiness. Think about it. When's the last time you were truly bored? Not, I have nothing to do bored, but I'm sitting in a waiting room with no phone and I'm just here, bored. That feeling is extinct. Remember what that was like? Reading the back of a shampoo bottle because you had nothing else to do. Sodium lauryl sulfate, cocamidopropyl betaine. You memorize the ingredients, staring out the window of a moving car for 3 hours, watching the telephone poles go by, counting red cars, sitting in church or a school assembly, and your mind would just wander. You'd notice the pattern in the acoustic ceiling tiles, the way the light hit the wall. You were present, not because you wanted to be, but because there was nowhere else to go. Every second of your life is filled now. Scrolling, notifications, autoplay, the algorithm feeding you the next thing before you even finish the last thing. You're never in a waiting room anymore. You're always waiting and consuming. Doom scrolling in the doctor's office, TikTok at the red light, podcasts on the treadmill. Your brain is never empty, never quiet, never liminal. These images comfort us because they are content-free. A hallway is just a hallway. A parking garage is just concrete and fluorescent lights. There's nothing to engage with, nothing to consume, no call to action. In a world where your attention is the product, emptiness looks like heaven. We didn't just abandon these physical spaces, we abandoned the mental state they represented. The in-between, the pause, the moment before something happens. Now there is no before, there is only during. And we're exhausted. Liminal spaces remind us of a time when places existed without content. When you could be somewhere and feel nothing. And that was okay. We traded these quiet hallways for infinite scroll, these empty malls for digital storefronts that never close. And somewhere in that trade, we lost the ability to wait, to be bored, to exist in the threshold. But here's the thing. We abandoned these physical spaces to live inside our screens. But remember when those screens tried to look like nature? Glossy water droplets, green grass, blue skies. Everything shiny and wet and optimistic. We built a digital future to replace these malls, and for a brief moment, that future looked like paradise. If you want to see what that looked like, the aesthetic that defined the early 2000s internet, the moment we thought technology would save us, click this video right here. Because that world, it's just as dead as these hallways. But God, it was beautiful while it lasted.